This is the updated version of the Samsung Series 5 Ultrabook. Now, if you remember the previous version with IvyBridge that we had compared with quite a few other Ultrabooks at that time, that particular model had received our best value tag simply because of the performance versus price that the entire package offered when you compared it to more expensive Ultrabooks. That one also had something unique, a dedicated graphics card, which Ultrabooks don't usually have, as well as an optical drive. What Samsung have done is they've just changed the power package on this particular machine. The rest of it just remains exactly as it was in the previous version. We start off with the matte finish on the top. It's got a very classy color, very understated, no shoutiness to it at all. Open it up, you have pretty much the same finish here, a slightly darker color hue here, except the fact that this one kind of matches very well with this. Also a matte finish, extremely clean layout. There's nothing overbearing about it at all. On the sides, you have two USB 3.0 ports here, as well as the HDMI out. On the other side, something unique to Ultrabooks, the full-fledged optical drive along with another USB 2.0 port. We personally do not like this memory card opening closing mechanism, but it's okay, at least the functionality is there. Thankfully, this machine does not have any ports on the back. You can see by the slight muscular curve here at the back. So anyone looking at the laptop from this side will kind of see that. And on top of that, there's no space here for any USB ports, etc. Interestingly, what Samsung have not done is they have not given any monochromatic color theme to the stickers that are coming with this machine. Acer has done that with the Aspire S3. If you remember, we had done a video of that very recently. That one has all these stickers merging well with the color of the machine. Maybe Samsung will look at this in the next update. The power button incidentally blends in very well. We usually do not like our machines to be preloaded with applications from a lot of manufacturers tend to do that. They install trialwares, install their own applications. One interesting app on this one, which we would not really mind at all, is this one, the Samsung settings application. Now, Samsung's easy setting application is probably one of the most useful applications you can find preloaded on a laptop. Now, this one lets you switch on the fast boot mode, switch it on, switch it off. It's a simple slider thing. You can easily, it's as simple as this, no going deep into the settings or something deeply. Interestingly, what we had done with the Aspire S3 when we had reviewed it recently was we had to go through multiple settings to kind of activate the flash storage for the express cache. Now in this one, it's as simple as this. It's on or off. From here itself, you can reset it. This shows you the current state of the cache. Now once you open a few applications here, the space kind of gets filled up. You can manually clean that up here. It automatically does that as well. You have your power settings here, you have wireless network, everything is here. You don't really need to kind of go deep into the settings or do anything geeky to make things work. This has the fast boot mode active at the moment, bringing us back to the original point of this does not have an SSD but an HDD, yet the boot time was very quick. That's because of this. Turn this off and the boot time will increase by about 50%. This one has the latest IvyBridge Core i5 processor, as you can see from the display. Comes with 6 GB of RAM, just as the predecessor with the IvyBridge also did. The change is the graphics card. The previous one had a Radeon graphics. This one comes with the NVIDIA card, the GT620M, 1 GB of graphics memory. Overall, we really like the performance of this machine. Even though this is about 9,000 rupees less expensive than the Aspire S3 on a similar IvyBridge platform, this one feels a lot more responsive, a lot quicker to open apps, and just feels a little more responsive in terms of whatever you're trying to do. To boot it up, the display on this one is not reflective at all, as you can probably see from here, which makes this very comfortable no matter where you are using it. Like we're sitting in a typical office environment at the moment. There are lights all around us, nothing is reflecting off it. So this allows you to kind of keep the brightness down to a minimum and yet be able to read whatever you want to read comfortably. The keypad on this one is nice, nicely spaced out keys, pretty chunky key size. The only little niggle is the keys feel, the response isn't very solid. It just feels a little muffled, kind of hollow. But then again, that's just about getting used to it. Overall, for a box price or a market price of about 57,000 rupees on the latest IvyBridge platform with a mid-range graphics performance on offer, we think this one is the Ultrabook you ideally should go for. If you were considering the Acer Aspire S3 for its slightly smaller display and a much thinner profile, then select that one. Else, if you don't mind the slightly thicker Ultrabook, what you get here is a 14-inch display, an optical drive, as well as dedicated graphics in addition to the Intel HD 4000 graphics. So this one ideally is your perfect mid-range laptop or a very good Ultrabook considering the price it is available for.